Hello, my dear student. In our last video, I told you clearly about the basic difference between grammar and rhetoric. And in this video actually especially for the students of second semester, uh, we know that the rhetoric, figures of speech, can be divided into 7 types. Figures based on similarity, association, contrast, imagination, indirectness, sound, and construction. And in this video, I will today discuss about figures based on contrast. Now, there are 5 major figures of speech in these figures based on contrast. Number 1, antithesis. What is antithesis? Antithesis is a figure of speech in which two contrasted ideas are juxtaposed side by side in a balanced form for the sake of emphasis. Two contrasted ideas. Two contrasted ideas are juxtaposed. And what are the examples? Number 1. Art is long, life is short. United we stand, divided we fall. To err is human, to forgive divine. Then petty done, undone vast. All these are examples of antithesis. Then come oxymoron. What is oxymoron? Oxymoron is a figure of speech in which two contradictory words. Here we said there are two contrasted ideas in antithesis, but in oxymoron, two contradictory words are juxtaposed side by side in a balanced form for the sake of emphasis. What are the examples of oxymoron? Life is bittersweet. From we can give an example from the poem Tintanabi. All its aching joys are no more. Aching joys. Life is bittersweet. It is an open secret. So all these are examples of oxymoron. Then come epigram. Epigram is very important. In different examinations, we see questions based on epigram. What is epigram? Epigram is a figure of speech in which there is an apparent contradiction. There is a contradiction in the apparent meaning of the sentence. Or we can say the sentence gives us a shock, but there is an underlying significance. So epigram initially gives us a shock, but we see that there is an underlying meaning. What are the examples of epigram? Number 1, the child is the father of man. Number 2, our sweetest songs are those that tell of the saddest thoughts. The famous line from To a Skylark by P.B. Shelley. Our sweetest songs are those that tell of the saddest thought. Now, this sentence gives us a shock. Is it true that our sweetest songs are made of saddest thought? Yes, it is true, because there is an underlying significance. What is the significance? Human heart are very sensitive to sorrows and suffering. We remember sorrows and suffering more than the temporary pleasures or the passing pleasures of life. Then we come to climax. What is climax? Climax is a figure of speech in which words are arranged in an ascending order of importance. Words are arranged in an ascending order of importance. What are the examples of a climax? Like when we climbing a stair like this, the example may be similar to that. We climb a stair. So words are arranged in an ascending order of importance. The famous line of Ulysses, the last line of Ulysses, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. So, famous example of climax. Then another example of by Bacon, some books are to be tasted, some others to be swallowed, and very few to be chewed and digested. So here in these examples we see that in climax, words are arranged in an ascending order of importance. And last, anticlimax. Anticlimax is just the opposite of climax. Anticlimax is also called bathos. In anticlimax, we see anticlimax is a figure of speech in which there is a sudden fall from the lofty to the mean in order to excite fun, ridicule, and laughter. What is this? We can say that the woman lost her husband, her children, and her handkerchief. What we see here? We see the fall of importance, the decrease of importance in this sentence. So all these five figures of speech based on contrast, antithesis, in which we see two contrasted ideas, united we stand, divided we fall. Two contrasted ideas are juxtaposed. Art is long, life is short. Then we come oxymoron. Two contradictory words, not ideas. Two contradictory words are juxtaposed side by side. All its aching joys are no more. Then we come epigram. Epigram gives us a shock initially, but there is an underlying significance. The child is the father of man. Yes, obviously it is true. Because the child, as the morning shows the day, in childhood, the child is the future citizen of tomorrow. He or she will grow. Then then in climax we see words and ideas are arranged in an ascending order of importance, and just the opposite of climax is anticlimax. So that's all for today. Hope you will like this video and it will be helpful to you. So very soon we are meeting in the next video. Thank you, my dear student.